And good afternoon, Rich Roberts here on Get Vocal. And you can also find me over there on Twitter at Fireman Rich. Good afternoon on this Friday, 03.25.2022. Current time is 3:41 p.m. Got our start right on time. I had it set for 4 o'clock, but you can bounce it around here on Get Vocal. We are back on Get Vocal, and I am on an off day today. And I just woke up from a nap here, I guess, a little bit ago, about an hour ago, and sort of got something planned here. It used to do something here on the Get Vocal. Here's some good news, and I usually do that over on the Twitch channel. I did a broadcast this morning, my morning coffee broadcast that I usually do on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, but because I've been reacquainted to Get Vocal, we are here on Get Vocal to just read a news article, a good news article that if I can't present one on Twitch, why not throw it up here on Get Vocal, and then I'll repurpose the Get Vocal live stream video over there on my YouTube channel and stuff. So we got a lot of wheels turning here, I guess you could say. But I did start getting reacquainted with Get Vocal yesterday, and I watched the broadcast. It was a 30-minute broadcast, and it went really well. The music, I know the music coming in. We're not doing no OBS or anything like that, so I'm missing my blab owl that I usually have here over the window if I'm over there on Twitch, where you can. I'm also known as @FiremanRich, so that's my handle on most of these social media networks. And as the intro music dies out, and I've got a various. I like that one. That's a good afternoon tune, but normally if I'm broadcasting on Twitch, because there's so much on chat and stuff, and we have a chat here on Get Vocal, but there's a lot of people that aren't really here, but this is a great platform. I'm getting reacquainted with it, and I have a use for it as far as to bring some good news. And here's some good news as far as an article that if I don't get a chance to read it on the Twitch program, I usually do it on the audio that I do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Some people, my good friend out there in Washington State, Ed Waters, he would say that it's a podcast. So, Ed, if you're watching, thank you. Ed Waters, he's the he has a podcast called Dead America. I'll give him a plug here on the Get Vocal. But we are using another platform, which is always a good thing. There was another platform that somebody was telling me about. What is it? I can't remember it. What the heck was that? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I got to tweet this out. Let me tweet this out. There we go. We just tweeted it. Oh, let's see. Now I got to put @FiremanRich. You forgot the selection. There's my selection. Let's tweet it out. I should have tweeted that out during the intro. So we'll tweet that out so people know that we're here. What was the name of that platform? The other platform, and I don't know if I'm going to go into it. I was listening to Tony D, who was on Haps this morning, and what the hell was it? Because okay, Big O Live, BigO.TV. So that's another platform. So we got a host of them. Haps isn't doing it for me. So I did post up yesterday's broadcast on Haps on my timeline. I don't do the live stream. I'm doing the live stream only on Twitch and now on Get Vocal, because Get Vocal is I like Get Vocal. It's very easy to use, and matter of fact, I got some message traffic there from Get Vocal this morning, just to let them know that, hey, thank you very much for as far as reaching out to me. They asked me if we can. I guess there's a new vocal.com for to get creative, get involved, and it goes, "Hi, Rich. Thanks for testing our Get Vocal platform. We are relaunching our web-based studio for live streaming, and can we schedule a call?" And I'm not really into that right now. I just said thanks, but I'm good for now. Working the Get Vocal into my rotation, which I'm doing like right now, as far as to do a little chat here just before. Take care, ciao for now. And they said, okay, have fun. And that's what we're doing. We're having fun on Get Vocal here. Now, the article I'm going to be talking about, it's related to energy. It's, what is it? The title is, let me see if this tweeted out here first. Let's see. It should have tweeted out. It's dealing with energy, and I just actually I got up from my nap and I had to take in my solar panels. I have two sets of Harbor Freight 40-watt solar panels, which is an energy source. I was solar farming today for a few hours, and yeah, it says here's some good news: endless geothermal energy deep in the earth, and we're going to be talking about that. But on my Twitter page at Fireman Rich, I have two pictures of my setup, and sun was nice and shiny this morning, but it wasn't very shiny like right now. It's cloudy, overcast. We're going to probably have some rain here in the next hour or so. It's moving in from the west, and as far as that goes, and but I like alternative sources of energy, but I'm cautious on changing everything. That there's some people in that field that want to do that, go right to electric cars and stuff. No, I want to change over prudently, as far as cautiously, because because if you move too fast, this is my opinion. You can like it or not. You agree that you disagree. You move too quickly, it disrupts things, and we're the technology that we have now compared to what we had 10 years ago is phenomenal. So we're moving in the right direction as far as to be good stewards of this blue marble that we all live on, like I like to say. And the folks that are really into the climate change and all that, I'm not going to get into debates. I have my views. You have your views. I am pro alternate energies, and I think most people are that fill up their gas tank with gasoline and stuff like that. But it has to be affordable. It has to be affordable and practical. So I'm pretty familiar with solar energy because I have a couple solar panel sets that I put out. It's a total of 90 watts. I don't put them all at once. I usually put one set out or else the other one. But I do have access to solar energy, and it's I have a 120 amp deep cell battery that if I have to, I can power some lights here for well over a day and a half and stuff like that. So I have an alternate, and I do have a generator, but it's gas driven, and that's a limited source where the sun isn't. So to save on gas, if we don't have power, I can take that battery and I can light up the house like the next door neighbors are still wandering around with flashlights, so to speak. No, there's people that do have generators in my neighborhood. We live in a rural area, so we do get our share of outages and brownouts as far as that goes. So there it is, the background on solar energy. Okay, that did take, okay. So I got two pictures there. The one picture shows the setup with the wire going out the window and the solar panels are out there and you can see the sun. The other one is a 300 watt inverter on top of my charge controller. And it was sucking up the sun there at 14.3 volts there, as far as that goes. And I'm sunny days. It's the first time this year I put it out. So the sunny days, especially on the weekends, I will be taking it, putting it out there. But the good news article is about thermal, geothermal energy, and it's a perfect energy source that's already here. You hear people using it to heat in their homes and stuff like that. This is on a larger scale. It's endless geothermal energy is poised to release from deep in the earth, and that's where you have to go. You have to go deep in the earth to get this geothermal energy. And this is in a several articles over the last couple of weeks, as far as that goes, this information. And as physics works in the nuclear fusion section to unlock limitless clean energy through harnessing the power of the sun, there's an they inadvertently invented a tool that could allow geothermal plants to deliver limitless clean energy by harnessing the power of the earth. So there's you got fusion, which I've talked about before on either the Anchor Morning Audio or over there on Twitch. But there's fusion. There's the reality of having fusion, which is endless. That's the power of the sun, basically. That's confined in a chamber of some sort. Hovering in a chamber, because you don't want the heat of the sun touching the earth, because it'll burn. It's very hot. And that's saying it mildly. But that's one source that we're still looking at this. But through that, the lasers that are used to develop that fusion, those lasers can be used to find geothermal energy. The tool is a large millimeter wave laser drill that will allow engineers to drill down more than 12.4 miles, which is 20 kilometers, into the Earth's crust to harness the heat of the planet's core. And if you can harness that, it's endless, baby. The Earth is going to, it's always heating and such. So that's endless. And another link to nuclear fusion is this laser drilling technology is being pioneered by a spin-off company called Quasar. I got this in here. What's the company's name? What's the company's name, Google?
The company named Quaise.
Quaise. Okay. It's Quaise. Okay, that's the name of it. It's just like, let's say that one more time. What's the
The
name?
company named Quaise.
Okay, it's Quaise. That's what it is. A company named Quaise from MIT, who also run a nuclear fusion reactor in Massachusetts. So there's a nuclear fusion reactor up in Massachusetts. The bottom line is that the idea is not science fiction, and Quaise has the money to put several full-scale demonstration machines into action by 2024, and hope to have a 100 megawatt supercritical geothermal plant in operation by 2026. So these plants come online to replace coal plants. That's a good thing. That's good news. And this is news that you don't really see in the mainstream media. They'll have it the nice and fuzzy stories and stuff. But at 12.4 miles into the Earth's crust, temperatures soar to 500 degrees Celsius, a sector redefining level compared to traditional drill bit borehole temperatures of around 200 degrees. So temperatures soar to 500 degrees Celsius, a sector redefining level compared. So I don't know if this is the drill bit or what. At this stage, the depth, when you drill down to that depth, 12.4 miles, the water under the ground becomes supercritical. And they get, quote, supercritical, a state of matter where it's neither gas nor liquid. Okay. A power plant that uses supercritical water as the working fluid can extract up to 10 times more useful energy from each drop when compared to non-supercritical plants. A spokesman from Quasar stated, aiming for supercritical conditions is key to attain power density consistencies with fossil fuels. So the supercritical is equal to fossil fuels, and that's what you need in power plants. And let's see, a recycling masterclass. It's perhaps ironic that humans would seek to harness the energy of the sun and stars in a nuclear fusion reactor when there's 20 billion times more heat just under our feet than the entire world's energy consumption. So just endless energy right underneath our feet, 12 miles into the ground. Merely 0.03% of the global energy is delivered from geothermal, despite this richness. So we need to do more geothermal because that's where it's at. And there might be some backtracking on that because there's people that they want to drill for fracking and stuff like that, and they don't want to disrupt the water tables and all that. So I'm not sure if I haven't seen any articles concerning that as far as concerning natural gas, but this is just drilling a hole 12 miles in the ground to access that uh, critical. What do they call it? Critical. Oh, where is that? The can extract 10 times. Harness the sun. The critical mass. Is that what it's called? Supercritical water. Supercritical water. So we're only using less than we're using 0.03% of that energy source. We're probably using more solar, doing more solar and wind, where there's garbage afterwards with the when you have to upgrade your windmill. All that whole structure is garbage, and it gets recycled, I guess. Your solar panels, after a while, they have to be redone. They wear out and stuff like that. Battery technology. This is endless and it's clean, very clean. Let's see. So, a virtual limitless supply of energy exists in the form of supercritical fluid, and that's what I need to find. Supercritical fluid. The water is neither liquid or gas. It's right in that middle there, snaking its way through the crust and the mantle of the planet, and just 0.01% of it would provide far more wattage than the world uses. We only need a little bit. In order to reach it, though, we need better drilling technology, and Quasar is taking advantage of the work put into the 1970s piece of technology called thinking this is Gryoton. When needing heat water in when needing to heat water into plasma at the heart of the nuclear fusion reactor, scientists need to generate between 90 to 150 million degrees Celsius of heat. This is done by both lasers and super magnets. So we're using that technology to drill this hole down 12 miles. For the Gyatron is one of those lasers, and it generates electromagnetic waves in a millimeter wave spectrum, shorter than microwave and longer than infrared or visible light. Designed, invented, and tested in the USSR. That's Russia back in the 1970s. The device is excellent at rapid heating up a plasma without substantial energy use. So it's a cheap way of firing up something to be as hot as a star. So accessing already existing energy with already existing technology, which is the quasar drill. Quasar has proven itself remarkably efficient. They've raised 63 million in funding, very small in the field of compared to nuclear fusion, but they're looking to close out fossil fuels in a real way before the end of the decade. Which I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm not sure that's going to happen. The next planned step may be to generate. The next planned step may be the greatest recycling trick in the industry. A coal-fired power plant continues as coal-fired power plants continue to be shuttled around. Just shut down around the world. Their gigantic, already established infrastructure of converting steam into electricity, large electricity distribution equipment, and talent workforce could simply be taken over by Quasar, who can merely replace the coal-fired components with those meant for harnessing supercritical water. So you can go in these coal plants, take the coal aside, leave the other structure there, bring in the Quasar company, they drop a hole, and you got supercritical water to continue processing the electricity. So it's pure futurism. There are somewhere upwards to 8,500 coal-fired power plants. Of course, China's making a lot more from what they're talking about in the news. Around the world, totaling over 2,000 gigawatts of capacity, and they'll all have to find something else to do by 2050. I don't know if that's because there's a lot of countries that they say they're going to get rid of their coal-fired um, power plants. I don't know. It is argued that this is perhaps more revolution than nuclear fusion. And who's this blame? Nuclear fission, and the beauty of the design, uh, if it works, it should work, is that the technology originally made for fusion reactor could end up putting them out of the job as far as that drill. Fusion reactors need bare minimum of a decade more development before it can be developed commercially. The financial investment needed over time will also be substantial. The 12 to 15 mile below the Earth's surface, it doesn't matter where the drill or coal plant is located, the heat will pretty much be the same. So it doesn't matter where the location is. It's not location. It's not defined by its location. Tens of countries that are now struggling to advance into a greener energy source, which this would constitute as a greener energy source, wouldn't have to make the transition, which means hundreds of millions of acres of land saved from the need to be covered with wind turbines and solar panels. This article is making wind turbines and solar panels the bad guy, but they're actually good, I guess. But we don't want a whole bunch of these things. So why not use the coal power plants that we have, take the coal around and put this geothermal energy? It's just, but the technology has to be developed more so on a commercial scale, which is being done. And the solar panels and turbines, they produce huge amount of e-waste, eco waste, and don't generate electricity if the weather conditions aren't suitable, which is true. Where geothermal, it's constant. Okay. In fact, the world would be set for a paradigm shift, which this would be a definite paradigm shift. Since unlimited clean energy could be obtained within most nations, it would untether them from geopolitical concerns about oil-rich countries. We wouldn't have to worry about, hey, Saudi Arabia, pump some more oil. And their human rights abuses, which a lot of these countries that have all the oil do have human rights abuses. On land and sea, birds and wildlife would be untouched by the mass pollution oil spills that would, well, we don't really have to, but when they drilled, especially if they're drilling over in Russia, there's just so much large amounts of waste out there in the oil fields, and it's contamination into the ground. So I'm for this geothermal. Let's see, quasar, the future clean. There is a video here. Once I post up this video, the Get Vocal broadcast here on my Twitter feed, Twitter line, and the blog and all that. I'm going to go ahead and post this YouTube video that talks about the future of clean energy, and which is a pretty neat thing. So there we have it. Geothermal energy is a good thing. I'm on board for that as far as that goes. So this is to be reading about. And let me see. Let me go. Yeah, I'm just getting used to the format here of doing this, doing an afternoon broadcast, because I don't normally do it. But Get Vocal, a great online live streaming platform, gives me the opportunity to do just such. And I'm looking at the front page there, and that's looking pretty cool as far as that goes. It's let's see, can I do that over here on this? Let me see if I can get to that. Oh, let's see. Get Vocal. I'm actually going to the front page of the Get Vocal so I can get a snapshot of my icon art that I'm going to throw up on the YouTube video when I post up the when I download this video, this Get Vocal broadcast, I'll broadcast. I'll put it up there. So let's see. Did I got it? Yep, I got it. Okay, let me get. Let's see. Screenshot saved, and let me paste it there. And I have, and I can work with that after the broadcast. And right now I'm loving this clock up here. We're just hitting over 26 minutes, so I'm within that 30-minute window, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So thank you, Get Vocal. It actually on the screen, it's right above there. It says recording time 26 minutes and 13 seconds. Hey, apps, get one. See, it helps the broadcaster that you don't have to have a separate watch. It's part of the thing there. Of course, we don't have anybody here on my Get Vocal broadcast, which is fine. Yeah, I'm able to talk the article, which is fine. So I'm really stoked about coming back to Get Vocal and using it more, as far as after the demise of the low usage of the other platform that I was on for like the last year. Haps, which again, it's an okay program, but there's a lot. I like this format as far as I can bring people up. Eventually I'll probably have some people in here as far as guests, and it's a better platform for me, I think, to broadcast on. And Haps is not since I explained that all in my broadcast yesterday here on Get Vocal, and I did repost that. I downloaded the video, so I did repost that over on YouTube. So you got many options as a broadcaster. I could simulcast to YouTube, but I'm more in I like to download it and then play with the video and then upload it and stuff. So it's all good because, like my saying says on over there on Twitter, I'm a social media enthusiast, social media observer, and social media enthusiast. So I have, in other words, I have fun playing on this thing called the internet. So we're after 4:00. I'm on a day off today. Like I said, I got going with some broadcasts this morning on Twitch. I was on Twitch commenting to Tony D's broadcast that he was doing. He was simulcasting from Halves over onto Twitch, and posted up some pictures. Got the solar panels out for the first time in this new year here. So that's going to be a regular thing for me to do, as far as I like doing that sort of thing. So so what else? And I plan on doing more of these. I'm not going to do them every day, but probably if I don't talk a good some good news, some good news story on the Twitch broadcast, I will definitely come here to Get Vocal to do that, to do the 30-minute bit. And we're at 29. So I'm going to go ahead and key in our outro music as we finish up this Get Vocal live stream broadcast. From me, Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich, to give you a little bit of some good news that geothermal energy is a very good thing. And we have the technology that was being used on fusion energy that can get us to use geothermal energy a lot quicker. So that's a good thing. And I want to just say thank you for your views here. And if you're watching this on the replay over on YouTube, thank you also. And we'll be talking to you again. We got the weekend. The weekend's here. I've already started my weekend on a day off of work. You all have a great one wherever you may be on this big blue marble. Live life, have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Take care, folks.